good news, we got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. On the return comes Cobb. A little juke. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Morgan. That's complete to Cobb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing now is Morgan. And that is incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tucker's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
A good return there, calling 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week, 15 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Well, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Set to throw is Morgan. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the move to his left. Shifts by him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. A handoff running left is Etienne. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete to Robinson. They find some open field here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Morgan looks to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Morgan sets up to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Morgan. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Morgan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Morgan to throw. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got Stevenson again, back-to-back plays. Play action with Morgan. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Stevenson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are once again back in front. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jalen Hurts in the offense heading back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. ETN up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Hurts throws on target to Duvernay. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts going to take this himself. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 45 on second down. Hurts winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. He'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, Morgan with it. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. first and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Morgan's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Morgan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. On first down, Hurts. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Hurts throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start with an AFC matchup in the Meadowlands as the Jets play host to visiting Denver. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Rondale Moore, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A touchdown run there for Javonte Williams. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On second down, it's Stevenson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Morgan off of play action. He's got this downfield to McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ramondre Stevenson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
On the handoff, Stevenson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Morgan. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Onto the field now come the Bears. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, It's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. And he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. To throw on 2nd and 6. Morgan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they got this down at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Morgan looks to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flip the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football and forces the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Draw play, ETN. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Hurts going to keep it again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Hurts with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly is lost. Yeah, there is no doubt.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, Morgan. Jones has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for. That's now 3 interceptions in his ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll go again with ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. Man open is Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Hurts. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket, I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with ETN. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. Touchdown! Travis Etienne from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone from the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Raiders now down by 8, just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now Morgan. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Counting down toward 1 minute to go in this football game. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Morgan. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Morgan to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter.